Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late November 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people out there. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card just so we can test out the energy, dip our toes and see what's going on for my lovely Leos. I hope you're all doing fabulous. I'm sure you are though. Let's see what's up, my guys. Talk to me. And yeah, we're going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which I always find intriguing. But let's get one card out here. Let's start off. What's up with Leo, please? Late November. That card popped out real quick. You know I always like that. And we have our good friend, the Little Mermaid, making an appearance for you. I love when she shows up in any reading, I really do. And we'll go through her. A lot of similar archetypes to the Little Mermaid movie, but we'll go through it. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. Into the reading, enough of the promo. Have a little look here at our friend Ariel. So beautiful card, right? That's the first thing I always see is the imagery of this. It's so vibrant. It's popping off the card here. So we're thinking of somebody with a future focus here, somebody who's focused on what's to come, what's coming down the pipeline. That's one of the big things with this card, because notice, just like in the movie, she's in this beautiful kingdom down below, has everything she could ever want and need, filled with much abundance, but is longing for something more, right? Thinking about where she wants to be. And those things reign true here in this card. Absolutely 100%. Another thing I say when Ariel shows up in a reading is it could just be speaking about somebody with a very active imagination, or your mind could be going a lot in this time. So we're just going to put her down very similar to the Four of Cups in that sense. But let's put Ariel down right there. She could observe us shuffling this deck. We're going to get you a 3 in the upright before intuitively clarifying, getting all that juicy stuff. You know the deal. Let's shuffle it up for the Leos, please. And yeah, with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. Okay, just a little footnote for us. I always like to say that. So last week's reading was interesting, and I felt for a vast majority of you, like we weren't really seeing only your energy in that. It was titled simply, They Are Mad, right? So someone around you might have been big mad about something or ticked off. Maybe your temper has been flaring up in recent days and weeks. So we're going to see what we have this week. It's been a bit of a crapshoot recently. Like, we've had wins, we've had good things coming. But last week, somebody was big mad. Let's see what we got going now. Let's get 3 out here for Leo. You know, energy is very fluid. It's always moving. Only take this how it hits for you, okay? So we have the Page of Wands in position number 1. That's a card that could be representing you, my beautiful friends. Let's get 2 more out here, though. Communication, learning new things, really good. New ventures. I really like the Page of Wands. Yeah, there it is, the Four of Cups showing up right in the center. So we already have the link to the Ariel that we saw right here in the beginning. Let's get one more card out, okay? Yeah, so you might have a lot going on in the brain, a lot going on in your mind. And the Queen of Cups. So I'm going to say this before we fully get underway, Leo. You already have similarities to the Aries reading, because they had a page as well, and the Queen of Cups. We could be looking at emotional things in this time, whether it's emotional balance, emotional situations. But we're going to go through, I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes before we get the juicy intuitive stuff. Lots of cup energy here. But position number 1, we have the Page of Wands. Fire, like I said. So in my simplistic style of reading, it could speak about something that's coming towards you when we clarify it, a way you might be feeling. But I always say with all pages, they're communicators and they're students. So we could be speaking about communications, talks, messages, but it could be a new venture that you're really jumping into, giving a lot of energy to. This is really nice. Now, the darker side or the rougher side of this Page of Wands, because it's not a dark side, is that it could be somebody that needs to reanalyze and refocus where they're putting their energy. Are they putting their energy in the right places? For some people, when this card shows up, it could even be somebody that's feeling not emotionally drained, but energetically drained, like they're exerting too much. So we're just going to put that down. We'll get back to it. Now, the Four of Cups right next to it, I was already explaining it a little bit. It is a card of an active mind and imagination. Usually you see somebody looking at these cups on the ground, not seeing what the universe is offering to them. So yeah, it could be overthinking, it could be a luscious imagination, like I said, but it is a cup card. It's very emotional. So your mind, very active, or somebody could be just thinking, could even be thinking about you with a card like this. I do like the Four of Cups to an extent. Just don't let any opportunities pass you by when we have a card like that, okay? And yeah, in its rougher sense, it could be a card of stagnation, but in its optimistic sense, it could be that fruitful imagination with good ideas. Now, moving to the very back end, we have an intriguing card here. We have the Queen of Cups. Now, this could represent mother figures, feminine figures. This is a big card of fertility and anything involving motherhood. But if this isn't a water sign, because it could even represent a male water sign, depends on your situation. The Queen of Cups can represent love, creativity, a good shoulder to lean on, especially since we have things about speaking, talking, communication. So venting sessions are possible when we see her as well. But when I see her, I think of somebody that feels something very intensely, but they're suppressing it in its dark side. They're not letting that out. So there is like these ties to communication and deep feelings. I really am intrigued to clarify this. So with all that being said, my friends, let's dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for the lovely Leos. My guides, talk to me. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's see what's up with that Page of Wands. And if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling anything off this spread, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. You won't be stepping on my toes. All right, Page of Wands time. Why is it here for Leo? Could we be toning it down a little bit? Yeah, we have the King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups, with a beard or without a beard. I don't quite remember on this deck. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's without a beard. He maybe needs to grow one out. But yeah, water sign energy here. Similar archetypes that we have with that Queen of Cups on the back end. And when I see the Page of Wands with the King of Cups in reverse, this is somebody that's not so happy. So we're getting those energies from last week. Hopefully this isn't some sort of big conflict, an explosive conflict, because that could be possible for some of you. So watch out. Somebody's words might come off a little bit harsh, a little bit heartless. So I'm possibly seeing a conflict here or butting heads. But with the Page of Wands and the King of Cups in reverse, straight up, just like last week's reading, this is somebody that isn't too happy about something, right? So this is somebody that, like, I don't know if somebody's crossed the line or did something, offended someone. It's just not feeling too happy and nice yet. I want to see how the rest of it plays out because we still have possible communication here. But just watch out for explosive conflict, okay? Because somebody might still be in their feelings right here with a card like this, okay? Whether you're a cross watcher or a Leo, you just fit it to your situation. But just know, like, your words might rub somebody the wrong way, or somebody might just rub you the wrong way verbally. So let's see what's up with that Four of Cups. I'm not going to pound that home too much. Some of you could just be having issues with a older male figure or a water sign. But let's see what's up with that Four of Cups. Really try my best not to over talk these, right? I just want to get the message across, because if I had a chance, I would be seeing all this. Okay, we have Strength in reverse here. I don't like this. This is a little grudgy. And you see in this deck, the reverse side of the Strength card is very striking, okay? And I'll pick it up and show you this card a little better. But this is somebody who's like possibly holding a grudge. This is somebody who's possibly thinking ill of another person, or somebody that can simply just not control their mind. They can't control their thought process. They can't control what they're focused on and thinking about. So beware of that. If your mind is running, like it could continue to do so in this time, because the Strength card is the card that represents you in the tarot deck. When we see it in reverse, to me, it's either a loss of control, or it's somebody like not thinking the nicest, right? Somebody who's like, yeah, it was reverse side. Somebody who's like, yeah, not thinking nice thoughts. I don't want to expand on it, but I think you get what I mean. Similar themes to what we were picking up last week, like somebody being in their feelings about something, not so happy, not too nice here with these rough thoughts. But if it's you with like the running mind, the running brain, I always suggest doing some sort of creative activity, creative outlet to get those thoughts and those emotions out of your mind, okay? Because we could still be thinking about the realm of feeling here. So let's go in on that Queen of Cups. Why would anyone think negatively of a Leo? I don't know. Every Leo I've ever met has been fantastic. But let's go in on that Queen of Cups. Why is that Queen of Cups here? And we'll do a quick recap for the shadow card. Deck's being specific now. Why is that Queen of Cups here? Could be somebody's feelings. I don't want to talk on it before the card pops. There it is. Yeah. This is somebody holding something in. This is holding within. This is a very strong individual here. I'm picking up on the back end. We have the Emperor in the upright underneath this Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is a very strong person I'm picking up right here on the back end. Somebody who's emotionally strong, emotionally diligent, and they might be withholding something, right? Like they might be feeling or thinking something and they're not letting it out. They're not letting other people know about it. They're keeping it to themselves. In a sense, this kind of feels like someone keeping a secret, like zipping their lips and like throwing away the key. That's the vibe I'm picking up here on the back end. But however, it does feel like somebody who is very, very strong. They're not going to like lose their bearings. They're not going to lose their footing, trying to stay even. So even if this is somebody who's feeling angry, you might get on their skin. They won't show it, right? Like, because that's another vibe I'm picking up here. Like, even if you do rattle this person, you can't read it on the outside. I'm picking up so much off this back end. For some of you, it could just represent an Aries that you have an emotional attachment with, if we're just looking at the simplistic terms. But I'm going to go through and do a recap and talk about all these things again. Very strong energy right here on the back. But let's put these guys back down. We have a lot of court cards here. That could be a lot of different people in your vibe. Not necessarily feeling like there's heavy warnings in this, but it's something that should be looked at. But if you kindly look in the box before we get to the shadow card, in position number 1, we have the Page of Wands with the King of Cups himself flipped in reverse. So like I was saying, somebody who's not feeling too happy, somebody who's a little upset, or this could represent some sort of head-butting explosive conflict or words that just cut deep. Whether it's somebody who offends you or you offend somebody accidentally, that's what I'm picking up here. So beware of conflict in this time. In the center, we have the Four of Cups with the Strength card in reverse. Someone's mind running. They can't really control like what they're thinking or why they're thinking it or what they're feeling. A lot of like out of control type of feelings or thoughts. Another vibe I was picking up here is there might be somebody like not wishing you the best. Like you might want to get one of those evil eye charms because there could be somebody thinking rough things about the Leo collective. On the back end, we have the Queen of Cups with the Emperor in the upright. Yeah, big water sign vibes. We have airy vibes right here on the back. So many different zodiac signs could be showing up. But I was picking up possibly the energy of somebody like zipping their lips and throwing away the key. Somebody who's not speaking something, whether they're feeling it, they're not going to show it. This is a very strong type of individual, or at least it appears that way. So if you rattle someone, maybe this is you. Maybe you're the strong individual where if someone rattles you, you never show it. Interesting vibes we have back here on the back end. But it's very intense, very powerful. Please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you one shadow card here real quick, Leo. Because like I was saying, last week's reading, a lot of it was revolving around somebody that could be around you, not you necessarily. And we're still picking up those themes. Let's get one shadow card. I mean, if someone's mad, there's nothing you could do about that, right? Let's get one shadow card. It's in shadows. Whether new or old, just take this for what it's worth as well. I like to end off every reading with this. Thank you. Okay, we do have the Hermit. Yeah, something deep down possibly. This could be a Virgo that you have a rough history with. So that's something that you might want to watch out for. Now, whenever I get the Hermit in the shadows, this could be somebody literally retreating into Hermit mode. There could be an energy of solitude or a fear of being alone, possibly, when we have the Hermit here. So I don't know if that's something you possibly deal with. Maybe. Everyone has their things, right? But other things with the Hermit is just somebody refusing to talk about something as well. So if you're having an issue with somebody, there might be communication issues where they're just refusing to speak about it. But whatever this could be a little rough. If you're not linked to a Virgo, it does have something to do with abandonment. So hopefully, You know, that's not something that feels very intense right now, like abandonment issues possibly, or someone you're linked to has them. But we're just going to leave it there. We're not going to expand on it too much, Leo. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the November subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the October subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced the day after Halloween, November 1st. But for November, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Vice Versa Tarot once again. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, what are you most grateful for? 'Tis the season, am I right, my friends? That's all you need to do to enter. And at the end of November, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. My friends, as always, much love. And I'll see you next time.